Let's see. Oh. All right. Hello. Hello. Just popping in really quickly. Just wanted to say hello to everybody because I haven't came on live in a while. And I was going to show you guys, I don't know, I couldn't remember if I showed you guys my little F that I said I was going to do. And F on the shelf. So I've not painted anything like this before, but I know. So I've not painted anything like this before. I was thinking like possibly still making it like human like, but give it a little sparkle in the ears maybe. Right, that's all I do is because listen y'all, how about my jasmine, my personal jasmine is going to be, well, my kids insist on coming over tomorrow, but I had planned on just working, but I'll probably get up like 4 in the morning just so I can mat, but or at least start the matting process. She'll be ready to mat tomorrow. So that's that. And then I'm expecting 2 other babies. One from another prototype artist, and the other one is a blank kit. And I'm hoping that I have to get up close. That's why I keep getting up to read. And sparkle on the forehead and the cheeks. Yes. Maybe I could pull it off. I got something that will give it that sparkle. So I'm thinking, you know what? I might do that. Cause yeah, just make her magical. She's supposed to be getting a body from Reggie Ann with a little like outfit that's gonna be kind of like F-like. So I was thinking about she would be like my photo bomber, like in all my things, or like when I do videos, you guys can find where she's at. She'll just be in all types of odd places. But let's talk about some of these babies really quick that I have coming up and what's on the schedule for 2024. You guys, good news. So I'm gonna have to try things out, of course. You know, it's always trial and error. Hopefully things go smoothly. I do have a baby that's already in line. I know that there are some upcoming prototypes that might be brewing for me, but I'm not gonna probably do as many prototypes next year. Probably, I don't think so. I don't know. But Jasmine, so I did one Jasmine, the prototype. Now I'm a little scared about doing too many Jasmines because I feel like I keep going in the same direction and I don't want my mommies to have same babies that look alike. But my next Jasmine that I paint is already have first right of refusal on her. And then unless that mommy end up getting another baby before then. But I still have a boy that I am going to be painting, Lawrence, and he has Drinking Wet and armatures and arms and legs. But Emmy, I'm painting now, the prototype. I'm also painting her, and I have some partial silicones for 2024 that I will be doing. I take deep breaths when I say partials because I am not like the queen of partials. I feel like I get so much anxiety when trying to paint partials. But the good news, what I wanted to share with you guys, is that I'm thinking about possibly at least opening up, like, it probably won't be to springtime. That's the only thing though. I may possibly open up like one private order slot, and see how that goes for me. In the past, it's like 50-50. Sometimes it go well, sometimes I overload myself. But I just got to see how my schedule is going to play out. And then I have a membership on Instagram. It's we call it the chatterbox, but it's the subscription. And so they're getting, like, of course, the updates ahead of time. And I probably could take this off, but look at me. I'm a mess under here. I don't know. Listen, baby, them hot flashes start coming and ruined my little hair. But anyway, so I just wanted to put this video up and just put it out there in the atmosphere that new things are coming. If I don't end up having spots available, and I'm kind of going back and forth on my spots, I'm kind of thinking, like, for customers that I've already done business with, that already had my work, know what it looks like, know that they like it, my painting style on my silicone babies and stuff, may possibly, open up slots here and there for repeat customers. Just because when it comes down to full body silicone painting, it's very intense, and it's a lot of money and it's a lot of time that's invested in that, and I don't want to run into a whole bunch of hiccups. Every painter does things different. Everybody have unique painting styles. So when I do private orders, it's usually for customers that already familiar with my work. I know that pretty much for the most part enjoy what I do with my work. It saves me stress, and it saves the buyer stress. So that's like a plus. And I know it sounds a little unfair. It's like, someone new not being able to get accustomed, but I'm going to be doing buy it now babies as well. So I'm just, just kind of feeling my way out with that. But, hello. So I'm just kind of fiddling my way around and trying to figure out what's going to be the best way for me and my customers. The other option is, instead of doing like technical customs, I could do where and I'm gonna throw this out here, and then I'm gonna leave this up, and I want you guys to comment and let me know, what do you think? What would you like? And only respond if you're interested in my work. If you're not interested in my work, I don't really, and I know this might sound very blunt and cold, but I really don't care what you think as far as what you would want, because you're not looking to buy from me. But if you're someone that's possibly looking to buy from me in the future, I would love to hear, would you be open to me setting up, like if I have a kit, I'm going to do a kit review, and then I'll start painting, and then maybe once I'm like done with the painting or halfway done with the painting, I can allow someone to reserve it, maybe that type of situation, and then that allows them to be able to make payments. I know the biggest option for a lot of people is the making the payments, because my babies range from anywhere from $4,800 to $6,000, and when it's a full body, and I know that's quite expensive, but this hobby is very expensive, and I feel like I'm still not at the highest price for full body silicones, but I'm not at the lowest for sure. So I'm somewhere in that average price range, but I'm trying to work. Of course, I'm not gonna do every single baby on the layaway plan. I'm not accustomed to that. I'm usually used to just getting my money straight up, like full payment, and that usually always take priority. And I know that for me, just being a person that doesn't have a lot of money, it's kind of kind of sucks sometimes. Like, it's somebody that got all this money constantly pop in and, you know, always snatches up the babies. You know what I mean? But I'm letting you guys know ahead of time, like, what is coming. So start saving up your money. I had to do that when the first time I was wanting to get a full body silicone baby from a very sought after sculptor, which you guys know it was my first Clartella baby. I literally sold, before even seeing this baby, knowing anything, I literally sold mine. I know I tell this story all the time, but it's true. I sold every doll reborn in my collection, which was about 16 dolls or so. And I sold all of them except for Paris Moore, and there was one baby because he wouldn't sell. And then I eventually sold him later. He was a very sold out kid, Braden something. But I sold all of them and still had to come up with some money. But I was able to, when that time came for that baby came up by her, because she had told me that she would be, I asked her, would she make an AA baby? And she said, yeah, she would be working on one. And I asked her for a ballpark of what it would cost. And she gave me a price range. And then she said she'd let me know when it was done. And then she would, you know, make it available. But she did that. And I got on the roll. I sold all my dolls. I saved up my money. And when that baby came available, I had that money ready in hand to go. And that was my first. And his name was Kingston. He was the Andrew sculpt. So that was my first AA Clartella doll. My first one prior to that was Zoe. And it was, I bought it secondhand from Silicone Baby. Silicone Baby, Silicone Baby. Dana, in the community. You guys may not know her, but she was, back in the day, the biggest YouTube channel. Like, and she was the first one to have like silicone babies on her channel, like to YouTube. She introduced silicone to YouTube. And she started out with Melissa McCrory babies, and she had like a ton of them. Man, if you guys ever get a chance, go back and look at some of her videos. She had a massive nursery, and she had so many babies. And a lot of you guys may not even know, Melissa McCrory is the first person to do full body platinum silicone. Now, when I talked to Melissa McCrory to ask her some questions about the history of the community a little bit, and you know, I try to pick the old heads brain, she was like, I'm not sure if it was me or Rita Rich. Rita Rich did 10 in silicone, and that was before everybody really knew that 10 silicone would fall apart. But for sure, Melissa McCrory was the first person that I seen in the first person babies that was like all over YouTube. And so anyway, I know you guys didn't need to know that history and stuff like that, but I'm really fascinated with it because I'm all in with this hobby. But anyway, I bought my baby secondhand from her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to see what a black baby looked like from, you know, Clartella. And so that's where I went. But from there, I was one of those, before then, I was one of those people where like, I'm not selling my babies. Like, I just will not sell my babies. Like, I don't see how people do it, da 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 da. And that kind of opened the door for me to be like, I need to be selling these babies to get new babies. And it just felt that rush. And listen, don't follow me. That rush felt so good, because also later down the line, you'll learn that I sold babies that I really regret selling this day. I wish I had kept them because, you know, artists, their sculpting styles change, their painting styles change. And sometimes you just can't get that old style back, or, you know, that particular sculpting style or whatever. And it's just lost. And unfortunately, everybody don't take care of their dolls like, you know, you might do. And second hand and third hand, and babies go through a lot of hands, and they become, sometimes they're so raggedy, you wouldn't even want them back if you could buy them. So I say that to say, sell to get what you really want, but make sure that you're not selling your real true charms. try to find a place where you can save up to get something else, or at least to bring it home so you can have both to compare. I did that with Lizzie when I had my Gabigail asleep. It was a silicone by Claire Taylor, and I when I got her, I had a baby that I really really loved. She was a Genoscope, and her name was Serena on my channel. And Serena was very detailed in her painting, and she was much detailed than the Gabigails. The Gabigails started out, at least in the beginning of the edition, they were very much blush and gold. They were still beautiful, but not as detailed as the edition progressed. I think Claire just got bored with like doing the same basic stuff, and she started putting more detail in her painting in the further editions. Some of them was like not my cup of tea, but they were very much more detailed, more like her regular babies. They wasn't budget painting. It was like a lot of time put in them. But I decided Lizzie was just so cute though, and she was a sleeper, and she was so more serene. So I decided to sell Jenna and keep Lizzie. And I really wish I hadn't done that, because I was never able to get a baby quite that perfect in the painting again. Like as far as the skin tone, everything was just like a real match of her size, and her hair, everything about her was just perfect for me. But anyway, so it happens. But anyway, I say all that to say is that, you know, these dolls are very expensive. I don't expect people to always have it all up front, but this is for me as a business as well as a hobby. But when I'm selling, it's the business side. And so it's not my job to manage how you come up with the money or worry about that stress. My job is to stress over getting you the best product that I can, the best baby that I can, put and everything in it, and trying to make sure you have a very customer friendly transaction with customer service that you enjoy and want to come back to. So that's my job. So I'm just, you know, like I said, 2024, I want to switch things up. I do want to be able to, you know, get my babies in homes that with mommies that have been wanting to get babies from me, but just haven't either had the opportunity, or the timing wasn't right. Or people that actually really will pay on time and pay their layaway, but just haven't had the opportunity, because a lot of us are so scared to do layaway because people don't take it serious, and they back out, and then they want to, you know, file claims and ask for their money back and all that stuff. I see all these stories, and so that's why I don't usually offer it. I've only done layaway with my repeat customers, because again, I've built a business rapport that's like, you know, I can trust them. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, okay, I could do a short layaway with this person or that person. The last layaway that I did, like almost all of them, they pay off early. And I've had pretty much, I have only probably had one person that kind of like was like blase squaze about doing their layaway. Other than that, all my layaway people have been amazing. All my customers for the most part have been amazing. Like I said, I've had one or two hiccups here and there. So I look forward to doing business with everybody, and that's what I wanted to say, and I wanted to show this, and I want to, oh, and Riri, oh my gosh, Riri, I'm gonna have to message you, because our cousins might be looking close cousins. I'm not sure until I met, but I'm like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? But that's another thing too. Like, this community have this thing where a lot of people, I don't understand if they don't understand. like natural progression in life, of natural, building relationships or friendships. Um, it is it is not like a, how should I put this? A lot of times, like a lot of my babies, like I have, most of my mommies have multiple babies from me. So like some of my customers like have 5, 6, 7, 8 babies from me. And it happens a lot, but it's because they don't like question it. Like if I put a baby up for sale, they message me like right like that, and they're like, they know me. They already know what they're like. Hey, I got the money, or they tell me, hey, I need this, I need da 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 da. They tell me what they need. They tell me what they got. We work, and it's done. In the meantime, and I'm not saying that everybody should do this, because you definitely should be asking questions, and you definitely should ask for more pictures if you questioning something. But they don't have to ask, because they kind of know what to expect. So it's like easy, it's a fast transition. And so it's not that I, put my babies in the same hands all the time. It's just that those people, act out fast, and they don't question me on my price or try to lowball me, or because you know we'll be the Patty Duke show, yeah. Yeah, so that's the other thing. But like I said, I do want to try to you know if people really genuinely like my work, I want to see them like get my work and see it in person, and hopefully they like it in person as well. Um, because that's all the fun. That's what makes doing what I do enjoyable for me and rewarding, is that you can make somebody smile and make them happy with something that you actually painted. Like, I would have never thought that was even like possible. I'm telling you guys, I really really wouldn't. But anyway, so I just wanted to put that out there, that yeah, I am getting going. I'm like really really here working. Look, I got eyeballs on my desk. um I bought, let me tell y'all, I bought like about 8 sets of eyes for one baby, for Emmy, just to see. So we got these eyeballs. I got some I got some new eyeballs that I liked on her. And so I'm gonna, when I get her, at a good place, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in and set them, so that I can paint her skin tone to match, to blend with her eyes and stuff. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited, guys. Like, but anyway, I am going to, it is, I don't know what time it is, but I have not ate today. I ate some peanuts, some parched peanuts, and that's it. So roasted peanuts, parched peanuts, that's what I had. I am going to go and get me something to eat before I pass out. And I got like about this much left on Ziggy head, rooting his head. Like that much. Like, it's like probably like that much. And I'm like, come on, I can finish this today. I know I can. So I'm trying to do that. But if you guys are watching this video, the main takeaways from this video is, what I want to know from you is, give me some suggestions and some ideas of what would be ideal for you to get an opportunity, other than price, because I ain't lowering my price. And I'm not doing 6-month layaways. Even if I did a layaway, it would probably at the most be like 60 days. So, and I wouldn't do it on every single baby, but like ways of you getting sculpts. Should I go back to doing suggestion boxes? I did that with the reborns one time, and it worked up until a point where some people were like trying to turn it into like a custom type thing, but it it worked pretty well. Like I took suggestions, and so I get the kit and I'm like, okay, what do you want to see in this kit, right? And so I tell them, okay, I'll, consider it. And then I would paint the kit with them in mind. And then I would paint them in, with them in mind. And then they would have, like, see, and I don't want to get back into that. They had first right of refusal. I don't really love first right of refusal, but especially because, like, if first right of refusal and there's no money in it, then sometimes people be like, well, you didn't give me enough time and all this and stuff. So I don't know, but anyway, it worked for a short period of time with the reborns. Hey, Lachelle. So one of my suggestion babies was is his name, oh my god, I think his name is Iggy on Reborn's Real Love is Real, and she still has him. Oh my god, he's so cute. She has a whole bunch of cute little chocolate babies, but she did one of the suggestion babies, and it was a Laura Tuzo Ross baby, and that worked. So yeah, like kits, like you guys could like tell me like maybe like what kits you want to see me paint, and I can try to add them to my list. But I have to sell some of these kits that I already got, so I got to get some of them out, and then I can possibly add another one in. I could tell you I have added I am adding some different sculptors to my list, so I can have a variety. So you guys know I always do silicone studio kits, Kathy and Jennifer. But Mariah Lynn, which you guys, keep her in your prayers and thoughts. She lost her husband unexpectedly, and that is like a lot. And she has a lot of kids. I think she has like 6 kids. But she pours for so many different people. So, and I actually like her pour. So almost anything that she pours, except for Bonnie Sabine, I will not, or Simon or whatever her name is, I will not paint her kits whatsoever. But anything else from any other sculptors that she pours, I can paint. But if I hate the sculpt, I ain't gonna paint it. I ain't gonna paint it if I hate the sculpt, because you don't want me to paint it if I hate the sculpt, because it's gonna look like but so I can get babies from her. She has a baby that I really want to paint. Oh my gosh, what was that baby name? Andy, oh my god, I want to paint Andy so bad. I had to be very disciplined not to buy that baby. So she pours for a lot of different people. Sheila Marofka, Don Donafuro, Eula Schaefer, who else she pours for? Mesa said, Izzy Zhao. She pours for a lot of people, so that gives me a lot of range of selection there. And then of course, like I said, Silicone Studio, sometimes they buy other people rights to people's sculpts, and so they have different sculptors that they pour. So I'll paint anything that they pour. I will paint from Jen Oaks, which is Jennifer Costello. I don't know the last name. I'll just always remember Jennifer. I'll paint things on the pour. I'll paint things that come from her. Just naming a couple of sculptors out there that you guys can suggest from those places. You guys know I'll paint any like thing from Lillian Breville or Claire Taylor. The only thing is though with those, because they're like really up there in price, and the wait time is so long, I probably won't have a lot of those, but because it depends on who's requesting it, because that long wait time, and then you be done gave up and moved on, and new sculpts be done came out, and now I'm stuck with it. I don't know. But I definitely love Claire's Pour. So those are other options. I don't know who else. I'm trying to think of who else is out there. Because I know I've painted from other people's pours. But, yeah. Ugh, my neck. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to get out of here. I really got to go. But it was nice chatting with you guys.